Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Redskins 7, Cowboys 0. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
The Cowboys take over the first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll give to Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Ryan Anderson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things that I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Let's go, deep.
They'll hand it now to Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Redskins 14, Cowboys 0. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
The Cowboys take over the first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. Check 9, check 9.
Prescott from the gun. Out to his left. Caught left side by Cobb. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Stop your body.
on short yardage. Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down, Dallas.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got one.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hand.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. They will find Davis. That's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back.
Push him back.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Jordan Reed has it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. 2nd down, Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. from 4 yards out. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter. But you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Prescott now. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
First down.
On first and 10, Prescott eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker Ryan Anderson. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up first and 10.
Let's go, baby. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Slam, slam, slam. Switch, switch, switch.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go next. Let's go. Hey, check 26. Check 24.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will...
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, no. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
That good for 22 and a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
No. 44, Mike.
Now Haskins on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
That was 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep is DJ Chark.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Watch the
slant! Watch the slant! Watch the slant! Watch the slant! Mike 52.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Foles. He's going to air one out. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A handoff to Fournette. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Check, check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Hey, Mike 51.
Now Foles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, Detroit Expression 101. 1 first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Haskins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. From the gun, Haskins on third down. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Foles. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. On 2nd and 15 now. Haskins. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and
he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
He'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. And out across midfield down to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check out read.
13.
From the 38, Foles out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this half.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 23. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. 30, 20, 10. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. He's got Thompson here, complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Redskins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. It's brought in by Dodson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st down, it's Haskins. A deep ball for Dodson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
It's now 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Heavy on the edges. Check 52.
Here we go on 4th down. Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
second and 10.
Check 52. Come on.
Watch the
Again, it's Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a good run by Fournette. Now another first and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. Into the secondary again. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 36. Fournette on the counter, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now on second and 13. Foles. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. He sets to fire deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They start on the ground with Geis. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calais Campbell on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
This is Geis on a handoff left. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Geis, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now it's Haskins. Jordan Reed has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This is Geis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
At the 16-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff. Geis going right. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They come out here in the eye. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Peterson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 2-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Right here, right here.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On the ball! On the ball!
They'll run it again with Fournette. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Come, baby, I'm coming, baby.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And all the way to the opposite 45.
Let's go.
A big play that time for Jacksonville. 41 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Going with Armstead, a 1st down carry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
180. 3 bucks.
Now on 2nd and 13. Foles. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley, 48 yards. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 14 to 10. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Geis. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Let's go.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run with Geis. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's some more coming.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here we go with Haskins. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They try again with Peterson. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
On the ground, Geis. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Tempo. 53, Mike. Tackles.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
And you got Mike, number 53.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.